Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for short. It's album review time. You've seen the title and I am going to be talking about the new Wednesday 13 album. Just putting it out there right from the very start so it's clear. Never been a fan of Wednesday 13 solo or in things like Murder Dolls and so on. But that's not to say I've disliked anything really. I mostly have found the music to be ho-hum. Yeah, that's catchy. Yeah, that's memorable. Yeah, that's fun. And then forget about it immediately afterwards. That's always been very much the case for me. So whenever sort of new Wednesday 13 music comes around, I'm like, okay, cool, I'll check that out. Maybe there'll be at least one or two anthems on it that I really like. But I mostly expect to just come out feeling the same. It's been that way for countless years. But I'm always game for having my mind change. I'm always game for hoping and expecting and finding, oh my god, this is a banger album. So going into this new one, I had that sense of excitement, particularly this coming out in the lead up to Halloween 2022, seeing a lot of the title tracks, seeing a lot of the influences elsewhere, but also knowing there's some heartfelt, more emotional stuff thanks to the loss of, say, like Joey Jordison, which is quite an important figure to Wednesday. I felt like maybe I'd connect more to it. I'm going to tell you about it right now, so I guess we'll find out. Not that I think he needs an introduction, but just in case you're new to the man. Wednesday 13, a heavy horror punk icon, climbed his way to the top of the heights of rock, punk and metal with his electrifying solo music and, of course, as the frontman of renowned horror punk supergroup Murder Dolls, amassing what has been a colossal cult following along the way. 2022 is back, following up on 2019's acclaimed Necrophase. The new album is called Horrifier. It's out on the 7th of October 2022 via Napalm Records. Halloween! It's right around the corner, so, as I said at the start, perfect time for Wednesday 13's music. What better way to get yourself in the mood for spooky shenanigans than with a new Wednesday 13 album? There is, of course, little expectation that the Duke of Spook will move too far out of his lane, but that doesn't mean that Horrifier doesn't have a surprise or two. We kick off with an ominous intro, Severed, leading to Inside Out, and the first of those surprises. The horror punk outfit bringing forth a surprisingly egregious amount of heavy, controlled by guitars that alternate between clubbing blows and screeching slashes. It is a really strong start to the album. It's then a bit more to type as the horror really comes out to play on the groove of Exhume and Devour, the man himself snarling and scowling with beastly intent, which fits the flesh-munching lyrical content nicely, followed by the crowd-pleasing punky bounce of You're So Hideous and the energetic anthem that is Good Day to Be a Bad Guy. The latter is up there as one of the album's catchiest affairs. Return to Haddonfield sees Wednesday 13 utilise the Halloween franchise for inspiration and, like a lot of the films in the long-running series, struggles to elect much in the way of passion or excitement. It's standard Wednesday 13 stuff where even the guitar solo is just okay and the chorus is a little bit boring. An increase in the tempo, heavier instrumentals and a re-energized set of vocals makes Horrifier return to form though, before Hell Is Coming delivers something with enjoyable horror-infused sleaze at its core, and Halfway to the Grave takes a page out of their hair metal playbook, albeit with the familiar Wednesday 13 tongue jammed firmly in cheek. Stephen King's Killer Car Christine serves as the topic of choice for the penultimate track, Christine Fury in the Night, where the energy is akin to an out-of-control joyride in a machine with blood running through its parts. Hold on for dear life. Wednesday 13 might have his hands on the wheel here, but he's not driving this beast. The trip into horror that lives in Wednesday 13's soul is then ended with a mellower and ballad-esque The Other Side. The melody is nice, and then the content surrounds the loss of Wednesday's mother and former Murder Dolls bandmate Joey Jordison adds emotional weight. It is a powerful closer. I won't lie, I found myself quite touched by this track. But overall, don't let the fun of the album distract you from what I think is the reality. That for all the good things about this album, it lacks that one spark to make it more memorable. It's a collection of good tracks with one or two great tracks, but nothing grips as much as it should. It's all very safe. which is going to please, I think, the hardcore faithful Wednesday 13. I don't think it's necessarily going to win him any new fans, but if you've been, Wednesday 13, die hard from day one, this is more of the same with some just slight tweaks with tracks here and there. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. I really like a couple of tracks on the album overall, even the ones that I'm sort of ho-hum about. I don't dislike. It's just kind of what I said at the start. There's nothing there really, really grabbing me or getting me that excited. I listen to them, I enjoy them, I forget about them, aside from one or two tracks. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently about it. Maybe you will absolutely love it and think it's an album full of anthems. You ain't got long to wait to listen to it. It is, of course, Horrifier, October 7th via Napalm Records. Check it out, come back here, let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?